What's up, everybody? I'm here. You just missed her. You barely saw her. I'm here with my main girl, Maggie. Now she's going to sniff some stuff. And today we wanted to talk about 5 tips. That's five to help with eating out. I know a lot of you like to eat out. Hey, we like to eat out. But we also know that eating out is often not the healthiest thing for you. So, how can we do it without completely sabotaging our results? Number one, I would say pick your battles. When we're talking about, a nice fancy dinner, we've got our appetizers, our breads, our salads, our main dish, our desserts, and alcohol. We've got like 6 different things that could potentially, for the most part, throw us off track. So I would look at it as like, all right, when I go out to dinner, how many of those am I consuming right now? And can we reduce by one? Can I maybe skip the dessert or skip the bread again, or maybe like, you know what, on the salad I'm going to hold off on the croutons and cheese and maybe go with a lighter dressing, or with the main dish, can I have something that's a little bit healthier like a fish versus something fried or higher in cal like a pasta. um, so again, first thing I would look at is like picking your battles. Of those 6 things, like what are the ones that are most important to me? If you really want that pasta, then have the pasta, but maybe skip the dessert or again, skip the appetizer. So pick your battles when we look at the different pieces of dinner. So that's the first thing I would look at. Second thing, and this would really apply, especially, Cheesecake Factory is the first thing that always comes into mind, but those places that have bigger portions, as soon as you get your meal or when they're bringing out your food, can you ask for a box right then and there and be like, hey, can I get a box of this and box up half your meal in advance? It's a lot harder to say no once you've got started. So if you box that up in advance, though, or when you first get your food, it seems to be a little bit easier. At least that's been my experience. The third thing I would look at would be to look at the menu in advance before you're hungry to make a decision. We tend to make awful decisions when we're hungry. And if we're excited about a nice restaurant, a lot of times we'll go there and it's like, oh man, I'm really pumped for this. And I'm just starving. I haven't eaten all day. And that could really set us back. So I like to make those decisions before I'm hungry in advance. It's just like, you know what? I already know this is what I'm getting when I get there. The fourth thing I would say, kind of piggybacking on that, would be to don't go starving. Don't if you know you're going somewhere like to a party or to some sort of event and there's going to be food all over the place, it's like, all right, maybe I probably shouldn't go on an empty stomach, so that like when I go there I'm just going to eat everything in sight. I know I made that mistake and I know many others have too. And then the fifth and final thing is that if you know it's going to be bad, if it's like, well, I know I'm going out to dinner and drinks with friends and we're going to have the appetizers, we're going to have all those things, then I would say if you know it's going to be bad, then reduce your calories earlier in the day. At the end of the day, it's calories in versus calories out. And so, not perfect, but I would say, all right, if you know you're going to have a ton of calories for dinner when you're out to eat with friends, then, can you reduce those calories later in the day? That way, your total caloric intake for the day won't be quite as high. So, again, to wrap this up, pick your battles. Maybe say no to the appetizer or the bread or the dessert. Or the alcohol, or something healthier for the main dish or the salad. Box it up in advance, half your meal in advance. Look at the menu in advance to make a decisions when you're not hungry, so you'll be more likely to make a better decision. Don't go starving, and reduce your calories earlier in the day. 5 tips to help you when you're eating out.